Al Pacino looks like he crawled out of a
So
fucking
goddamn
dungeon.
old.
Looks like he crawled out of a dungeon with Clint Eastwood on his back.
If you've seen this fucking trailer, that character's dead. They don't give a fuck. They put it in a trailer? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can't.
What up, y'all? Welcome to the Power Button. I'm your co-host, Josh Meany.
And I am your other co-host, Darren Bodybag Beasley.
Aw.
And today, like every other day of the goddamn week, we're playing Game or Pull the Plug. Game means you like the idea, you're game for it. Pull the plug means you don't like the fucking idea, you're not game for it, which is my middle name. It's not Bodybag. It's actually Darren Pull the Plug Beasley. I lie all the time.
Plug puller.
The plug pulling pecker.
Bastard. All right, first topic. Martin Scorsese is directing the Netflix film The Irishman, starring Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Are you game for this, or do you pull the plug?
I don't really know. I
don't know much.
mean, here's the thing. You know, Scorsese's most expensive movie yet with a budget of $105 million.
Yep. This is due to the CGI de-aging that they're going to use for damn near half the film, they said.
Wow.
De-aging, making Robert De Niro and Al Pacino look like they did in their 20s.
That would be really cool.
It's really cool.
That would be really cool to see something like that. See, that makes the movie way more interesting.
Not a whole lot really out about this. This says here, a mob hitman recalls his possible involvement with the slaying of Jimmy Hoffa. That's all we got of the synopsis of the movies. It's a mob movie directed by Martin Scorsese with Robert Downey Jr., Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Al Pacino.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, if Martin Scorsese's directing something, I have to be game for it. I just have no choice.
I feel you.
It's like I can't pull the plug on a Quentin Tarantino film. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? A Christopher Nolan film. Like, I got to be down with it. And they're doing the CGI de-aging thing. Yeah, I feel like I'm game for this movie. But I will say, listen, these guys, they're, legends in this whole industry, acting industry. But I know it sounds bizarre, but trust me, you can find people today that ought to replace them now. They're not going to be around forever. You're doing the de-aging thing because you have to. It's like you could find good talent, amazing talent today and put them on the big screen. I tell you what, there's millions and millions of actors all over the country, all over the fucking world, all over the world, who just do not get the spotlight. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like music. It's not like making music. If you make shitty music, you make music that people don't want to listen to, that's why you're not making it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's rappers who will drop a fucking freestyle, like Joey Badass drops a freestyle on some cell phone video when he's like 17 or something and gets like 1 million views. It's like, well, it's because it's fire. You, the person watching this right now, could drop a freestyle. I guarantee you it won't blow up, especially over some rackety-ass beat with some shitty quality. You see what I'm saying? It has to be really good. With acting, there's a tremendous amount of actors that are really, really, really good, but they don't get the spotlight. They just do not get the spotlight. I mean, John Bernthal, if you listen to his story, John Bernthal went in front of a classroom when he first started acting, and he made the entire classroom cry because he was crying.
Damn.
And he had to make some shit up about a fucking, I can't remember if it was a teddy bear. He had something with him. He had to make up this fake story.
I can see him now. I had this teddy bear.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I tell you what. I tell you what.
Teddy bear.
And he had to make some shit up about his mom. He just made the shit up. And it was like, okay, he's a tremendous actor, but he only has one film, or he only has one, form of media where he's the main character, and that's The Punisher. That's it. But he's a great actor. So I just feel like you're gonna have to replace these guys, as shitty as it
At
sounds.
some point, yeah. I mean, they fit for this story. You know?
I mean, yeah. And I'm wondering the what's it called again? The Irishman?
The Irishman.
There's a movie called You Can't Kill the Irishman.
Yeah, or Kill the Irishman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is also on Netflix right now, too, I'm pretty sure.
Is that the same thing?
No, it's different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, Yeah, I'm game for it. Yeah, I'll see it. I can't wait to see what they look like de-aged, and I want to say I hope Joe Pesci does a different role.
I can't wait to see him again.
I hope he's not like the exact same way he's been in Casino and in Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
You know what I mean? I hope he's like just do something little new. You know what I mean? And goddamn, if you show that picture right there. Look at Al Pacino.
Look at these guys.
Oh
both
my
of them.
God! I mean, Robert De Niro, I can recognize him. Al Pacino looks like he crawled out of a
So
fucking
goddamn
dungeon.
old.
Looks like he crawled out of a dungeon with Clint Eastwood on his back.
He's old, man.
I just imagine what he looked like in Scarface and compare him to that. Age fucked his shit. Oh man, I could barely recognize him. He could walk by me in the street. I wouldn't even know it's fucking Al Pacino. I have to do a triple take. God damn, I have to do a take for every fucking crow feet he has on his face. So what do you think? Game or pull the plug, huh?
I'm totally game. Martin Scorsese is my favorite director of all time. He's my favorite. So anything he does, I'm going to be game for. Martin Scorsese working with Robert De Niro again, Joe Pesci, Al Pacino. The gang's back together, and this is probably the last time we'll really see them all together like that. That's probably why they're doing it. And like adding the de-aging really is going to even add nostalgia to it. Seeing them all young together like this, I think this is going to be great. This is going to theaters. Even though it's a Netflix film, it's going to have a wide release, so it's going to be in theaters for a couple months and then eventually go to Netflix. But this movie, Martin Scorsese was having a hard time getting this thing off the ground. He's been working on it for a long time. No studio really wanted to pick it up, which is surprising. You would think Martin Scorsese would be one of those directors where it's like, you have an idea, okay, do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like Christopher Nolan. You know, up there like that. Quentin Tarantino, you have an idea, fucking we're behind it, do your movie. I'm surprised he had such a hard time. But then Netflix was like, hey, we'll give you the platform to do it, and he's doing it. I think this is going to be great. I can't wait. I love Al Pacino. I haven't seen Al Pacino in a while do anything. It's been quite a bit of years. Last time I saw Robert De Niro was, what was it, Dirty Grandpa with Zac Efron?
Oh,
I think it's the last time I seen him. That was, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe?
Okay. Well, what about that movie with the boxing in the grudge match with Rocky Balboa?
That wasn't that long either, yeah.
It was Stallone and
Yep.
him. You know John Bernthal's in that movie.
Is he?
He plays as Robert De Niro's son.
Fuck, I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah.
I gotta check
I didn't
that
see
out.
that movie either. He plays as his son.
That's crazy. Yeah, Robert De Niro, though, he stays pretty relevant, I feel like. Every couple of years, he pops to Al Pacino. It's, like, rare to see him now, and I really like to see him. And like I said, I think this is going to be the last time we're going to see the gang back together. And Joe Pesci, like you were saying, you like to see him, like, do something new. I would, too, but even if he comes back and just plays that Joe Pesci character, that's going to excite me. I haven't seen Joe Pesci in so long. I absolutely love him. I'm game. I'm game.
Yeah, maybe it's because it was
great.
maybe because it was so expensive. The people didn't want to fuck with it.
Yeah, maybe because
million.
maybe Martin Scorsese's like he probably saw the de-aging shit being used in other movies. He's like, I want to do that, and then
Right.
people are like, yeah, well, you know how much that fucking costs.
Right.
Even for the little bit they showed in like maybe Civil War, Robert Downey Jr., that probably cost a lot of fucking money for
Right,
maybe that minute
exactly.
and a half that we saw. But they can do it now. Look what they're doing with Samuel L. Jackson and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He looks like 90s Samuel L. Jackson. Like this technology is really cool. I find it really interesting. Instead of having to get young actors to play the young version of them, you can literally just take them and do it. That's great. That's really cool. And yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely game for it.
Yeah, releases this fall.
This fall.
So definitely going to keep my eyes out. They dropped a little teaser. All it really was Robert De Niro was doing this like voiceover, and there was like a bouncing bullet, and then the title came up. And then it did all the names, all the stars in the movie. So it's still an exciting teaser, you know, just to see who's going to be in it.
I mean, this movie's going to have a fan base of people who are just, fans of those actors. Plain and simple as that.
Yeah.
I mean, if
those types of movies, Martin Scorsese doing mob movies with these guys,
Yeah.
it's just so classic. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. It's like Martin Scorsese's great, and I like when he does the new shit or he does something different, and like Wolf of Wall Street.
Wall Street, yeah. Oh man,
you know what I mean? It's like in DiCaprio, he didn't utilize DiCaprio before. Same with Quentin Tarantino.
right?
Quentin Tarantino. It's literally, this is insane to say, right? Quentin Tarantino and Martin Scorsese both realized that DiCaprio was on
was
some extra
amazing,
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I
Almost
mean? It was
around
like,
the
all
same.
right.
No, not around the same time, but
Well,
not very far apart.
Didn't
Because
Martin?
Departed,
Yeah, Martin Scorsese directed Departed.
right?
Yeah, and DiCaprio was one of the main characters.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that was the only
and
movie.
then I'm talking about for Quentin though. How long ago was the first time he used?
That was Django Unchained.
It was Django, so that was probably a couple of years. I'm pretty sure.
I think
after
it was
Departed.
2012, maybe
Was it?
2013.
Departed
I wanna
was
say.
maybe like 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they it's like they caught on. Which,
Yeah.
Which and I'm telling you, it's not just DiCaprio.
Oh,
You can
no.
find other
Even
actors out there.
DiCaprio is getting up there where he's even one of those actors who it's like,
Yeah,
we
he's
already
one of
know
those
you're
dope-
amazing, you know?
And that dude, I'm telling you, that dude who plays as Magneto. That dude who plays
Michael
as Magneto.
Fassbender.
He could be, I'm telling
He's
you.
amazing.
He could be one of those dudes. He was incredible in Glorious Bastards.
Yes, he
He
was.
was incredible. And Quentin Tarantino just utilizes these actors, puts them in these roles that they I don't know,
Gotta
something
give
about
him a
it.
chance to really show their
shine.
talent. Like
Yeah.
James McAvoy got his chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't know. I didn't
Yeah,
know
I
when
had
I
no
saw James
idea.
McAvoy in what was it, Wanted? Back in the day, and then we saw him in the X-Men movies. I was like, yeah, he's a good actor, but I didn't know he was an amazing
Right,
actor. You know,
right.
you got to give him that chance, and we kind of got that chance with Michael Fassbender and Inglourious Bastards. We really
Yeah.
got to see what he could do, but
Even in the Alien movie,
yeah,
Prometheus, when he came back as the
he's
android.
definitely the highlight.
And
definitely the
Magneto
highlight of that
in
movie.
in First Class.
And Magneto, oh my god. Michael Fassbender
He
as
was
Magneto. I'm so upset that we're not going to be able to see him again. But we'll get to more about that later in
yeah,
topic.
yeah.
But yeah, that's how we feel about The Irishman.
Yeah.
On to the next topic. Kevin Hart is rumored to be in talks to play Mushu in Disney's live-action Mulan. Are you game? Or do
Okay.
you pull the plug
So
on Kevin Hart playing Mushu, not really on the Mulan movie?
right. Although that's gonna get sucked.
That's going to get set too.
For
Based
those
off
of
that.
for those of you who don't know who Mushu is, he's the little dragon in Mulan. He's that red dragon that used to be Eddie Murphy.
And
that
if you ever
voiced him.
seen Mulan, that should explain it right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's who Mushu is.
Yep.
Because I didn't recognize him by his name. You said Mushu, I didn't know who the fuck Mushu.
Oh,
was.
really?
Yeah, I had to. I'm like, who the fuck is Mushu? And I see the picture. I'm like, all right, yeah, I know who the fuck he is. No. I mean, here's the thing. Well, I'm trying to imagine it. I'm literally trying to imagine it right now. Is it gonna be a live action movie?
Yes. Live-action movie.
No, not Kevin Hart. Absolutely not. It's Kevin Hart. It's too much of him. He's if he was more, I don't know, more dynamic and different. Like Eddie Murphy was actually different. I'm not saying in Mushu. Mushu was just Eddie Murphy, like how he
Mushu
was
was Eddie
on
Murphy, like Donkey
stand-up
and
comedy.
Shrek.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the same thing.
Mhm.
But Eddie Murphy did have roles where he wasn't just Eddie Murphy all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And like that, and I just think he's like a much better actor than Kevin Hart. And I'm not even shitting on Kevin Hart. I'm just saying Eddie Murphy's just, when it comes to a comedian doing acting,
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's that dude. You know what I mean? Like Norbit, he plays as like
He's done some
five
things that
different characters.
other actors can't even fucking do. You know, Nutty Professor.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
think
exactly.
about that. That's insane.
Yeah, yeah. Like, so, I mean, Kevin Hart playing as him, it's just going to be like, all right. If it was, you know what, though? If it was all animated in cartoon, it would make more sense. I feel like it'd fit better. The fact that we have all these real people and then we have Kevin Hart's voice come out as, you know, it's kind of
on
like
a
the
CGI
Pikachu
dragon
with Ryan
with
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
It's
kind of
kinda
throw
like,
you out a little bit.
that's just Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how I get, though. If anyone who's been following this channel and watching, you know, it's like you got the actor behind the voice. I can't separate it. It fucks it up for me. You know, I have to not know who the fuck it is. And Kevin Hart playing Mushu, I mean.
Or at least disguise it enough, you know, like
Yeah,
Bradley
yeah.
Cooper playing Rocket.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I
I
mean?
wouldn't be able to tell. But like, but even if you tell me it's Bradley Cooper, I'm kind of like, I'm
yeah.
kind of like thinking of him. I imagine him behind the shit. You know what I mean? In the studio doing it. So no, I don't really like this whole big celebrity playing as a character. But you know, and again, a live action I think just makes it worse for me. But if I were to get someone to do it, who's gonna play Mushu? I don't know. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, see, all right, look. I pull the plug if we were talking about the Mulan movie in general. I pull the plug on doing a live action Mulan. Since no one's going to fucking listen to me, you know,
Right.
and you're going to go ahead and do it anyway, I'm game for Kevin Hart playing Mushu. Like, if you're gonna go ahead and do it anyway, I think that'd be entertaining. As long as you don't as long as you don't CGI Kevin Hart's face onto a dragon. Don't do the genie, the blue genie thing. You know what I mean? I want a CGI dragon and Kevin Hart's voice behind it. Fine. You know what I mean? This movie is another one that I won't see in theaters. I know I won't see it, but I will check out at some point. I love Mulan.
Yeah,
like that's one of the Disney movies I grew up watching, and it'd be cool to see this, but again, I'll wait for it to pop up on Netflix or something. And I think that Kevin Hart being the voice of Mushu, I think it would fit. I really do.
Yeah.
Mushu's character, Kevin Hart's voice behind it, to me seems so perfect. It really does. If you're not going to get Eddie Murphy, sure, get Kevin Hart.
Why not, I was thinking of Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, yeah, and he's another one with a very distinct voice.
Yeah.
Like
what did he play?
He played in Madagascar as the zebra.
Right,
yeah,
that's right.
That was great. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'd pull the plug on Mulan. But if you're gonna go ahead and do it anyway and pick an actor to just voice Mushu, Kevin Hart, sure, I'm game. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Go
know.
for it.
I mean, I don't know.
Jet Li's gonna play the Emperor. Donnie Yen is playing Commander Tung. Donnie Yen is from Rogue One. He played the blind guy in Rogue One. I know what'd be really cool though.
Who's playing Mulan?
It's nobody that we know.
Oh, okay.
And I can't even pronounce her name. That's why I'd even throw it on the fucking laptop because I know I'd butcher it. I think it'd be really cool if they're doing this live action. If the action scenes are fucking fire. If they make fire action scenes in the Mulan movie, it'll make it more worth watching. But I don't know. It's a Disney live action movie. How fire can it get? Who really knows?
How fire has a Disney? Well,
I mean,
back in the day.
I mean, Star Wars is technically Disney, and Donnie Yen, he was doing some crazy kung fu shit in Rogue One.
They had
the
him
action
a little
scenes
bit.
can be. It depends how they go. Like, I guess we'll probably be able to tell in the first trailer that comes out.
Well, maybe we won't be able to see probably physical hand.
Yeah, we'll more see the tone of it. How lighthearted they're really going to go with it.
I think they're
going to
do a
darker thing. It might work for a live action
darker
Mulan.
thing. I think
so?
Mulan in general was a darker movie,
Disney movie, definitely
than the other Disney movies. I mean, just a lot of the scenes. I imagine darkness, lightning, thunderstorm. When she was leaving, and she's cutting her shit. And she just it was like and then the. When
that scene was intense too,
and the scene when Genghis Khan had the bow and he let that motherfucker go and he clips him, and then at the the final battle there when it's like nighttime.
Yep.
And I think it's raining too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like these big moments of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like dark and raining and people are dying. I'm not saying that movie's dark or anything in general, but it does have a much darker tone in certain spots in the film that stick out.
There's a deeper message in it. You know what I mean?
You compare it to fucking Lion King. Where the only bad thing that happens is what's his name gets clipped.
Which is terrible. No, let's not.
It's very bizarre about Lion
how
King.
bad that is.
It's very bizarre about Lion King because that didn't really bother me. People are like, "Oh man, I can't handle him getting killed," and I'm just like, "Okay." I watched it when I was a kid, and like I said in the last episode that we talked about it, it's either it blew your mind or it made you sad. And when I was a kid, it just blew my mind. I was like, "Wow, he fucking died."
Yeah.
I didn't see that shit coming. But now I'm gonna watch it.
I feel like seeing it in a more live action form is gonna hit the feels a little more. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a very emotional scene. Because I'm gonna see it coming. It's not gonna be like, oh fuck, I can't believe that happened. But then you're gonna kind of be like on the edge of your seat, waiting for it to happen because you know when the scene's coming too.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, oh fuck, here it comes. And then that scene, Simba, and goes over to Mufasa. And, oh Jesus, I'm gonna start crying now. Just seeing that in live action is gonna. And the music behind it, that scene's gonna be something to see.
I think it doesn't pinch me because it's lions, and I think that might be the big difference, It's just two lions. I don't know. It's not people. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is. It just doesn't
click.
No, it just really doesn't. I don't know why.
Next topic. X-Men Dark Phoenix coming out June 7th. Are you game for Dark Phoenix or do you pull the plug?
I am game for Dark Phoenix. I saw a little bit of the trailer and we're not we probably shouldn't talk that much about the trailer. I didn't see the full trailer, but what I've heard is that the trailer spoiled a shitload of the movie, which is of course the reason why I don't watch trailers. So I didn't see the full trailer. But I tell you what I did see in the trailer, which made me kind of like interested in it. I saw like 2 scenes, and I was like, okay, this seems like they're getting creative again. One scene, it looked like she was fucking with Magneto's helmet. And he was standing there, and his helmet was like denting in. And I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. And then the second scene I saw in the trailer, this is in the trailer, it had Magneto in this van, and he had these guns come up. And he was just trying to shoot the shit out of her, and it wasn't working. And so I saw those 2 scenes, and I was like, all right, she's gonna go fucking ham. And these dudes are powerful. Magneto and Professor X, like, they're top dogs, you know what I'm saying? But Dark Phoenix, you can't fuck with Dark Phoenix. No way. That's number 1. Can't fuck with it. Not that I know of. I'm not into comic books like that. But in my general knowledge of X-Men, Dark Phoenix was the most powerful character within the X-Men universe, as far as I'm concerned, or a part of the X-Men team, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, definitely up there. Her Apocalypse, like,
yeah, just up there. Let's just say top 5 among the X-Men. You know what I mean? I guess it could be people that I don't know that are more powerful than her, and I wouldn't fucking know it.
Yeah,
who knows?
Don't know who the fuck they are.
But I don't know. I like this idea. I like this idea of just her being so ridiculously powerful that there's really no conventional way that the X-Men are going to be able to stop her. They're going to have to figure out some other alternative way to bring her down. And, Wolverine in Last Stand, that was fire. When she was disintegrating pretty much everyone and was like killing everyone, and he could just withstand it, and he clips her. But the only reason why he could do that was because they had a history together. So it's not just simple. You're not going to get rid of her with conventional means. You're not. So they're going to have to come up with something else. And then another thing too is, are they going to kill her? You know what I'm saying? Are they going to kill her, or is she going to live through the end of the movie without the Phoenix, or are they just going to have to eliminate her entirely? I don't know. I have questions about it. I'm really just into the concept. I'm into the concept of Dark Phoenix. I like the way the ideas are. That she's just powerful. She's coming out. Used to be a superhero with the team, and now she's fucking killing them. That's dope to me. And I like the actress. She's
Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones.
Oh, man.
Sophie Turner is fire.
I wish if I could have kids with anyone, it would be her and Karen from Daredevil. Those 2. Oh, my God.
Game or you pull the plug?
I'm playing the game, and I'm beating the game. I'm going back, and I'm beating it on the hardest difficulty. I'm seeing this fucking movie. I'm game 100%. I don't even think it's going to be that good of a movie because Apocalypse sucked balls. And, yeah. Days of Future Past. Actually, Days of Future Past was actually
that was a good movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I was going to say, what are you about to say?
Yeah, so really it was really just Apocalypse that was a bad movie. So their last effort was shit. Absolute dog shit, in my opinion. But this, so maybe, I hope they come up with something good. I have faith because they've done it twice before. So we'll see if we can do it again. So yeah, I'm definitely game. Oh, he's never directed a movie, delayed multiple times, poor test screenings. Poor test screenings, what does that mean?
Well, they had test screenings and they were bad, and everyone said the movie was terrible.
Really?
Yep, multiple times. That's why the movie keeps getting delayed. So I pulled the plug on this movie. I absolutely, holy shit, pulled the plug on this movie. It's directed by Simon Kinberg, who's directed 2 movies. One of them is Dark Phoenix. The other one is a movie called 355. Both of these movies haven't come out yet. Simon Kinberg is a producer on movies for like Apocalypse, Deadpool, Fantastic Four, Logan, X-Men Last Stand. He's never actually directed a movie. This movie's been delayed multiple times because of these poor test screenings. John Campea, I was watching an episode of John Campea. One of his friends went to the test screening, and he's like, he told me it was awful. He said it was like unbearably awful.
What is a test screening?
They have a cut of the film, and they show it to a certain, people get selected, and they have them come in and watch the movie and tell them what they think. And then they base their editing and what they think they should do with it off that. They have like,
okay.
Yeah, and apparently they're terrible. That's why the movie movie was delayed, I believe, 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, this movie should have already been out. Like, I don't think it's going to be good. I don't think anyone, like, I don't think anyone in the higher ups really give a fuck about this movie anymore because this is it. This is the last
Right,
X-Men movie.
right.
This Disney Fox deal, it'll be done by the end of March. It'll be finalized. This is it. That's sad because we're not going to see Michael Fassbender as Magneto anymore. No more
Right.
James McAvoy's Professor X.
Well, to be fair, I was thinking about this the other day. Not to cut you off, but I don't think that he should play Magneto anymore because they just don't know what to do with him.
yeah,
Like,
it's like hurting his career.
Yeah. The Apocalypse was really bad. It was a really bad movie. That Alien fucking Covenant movie
Yeah.
was absolute horseshit.
And Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed was fucking
Nobody
terrible.
forget about Assassin's Creed, please.
And now he's gonna be in
Never
this.
let that happen again.
He's gonna be in this movie, and I'm thinking, yo, if this movie's shit, that's even worse for his career. And so I don't want him to be Magneto anymore. I want him to go on and make movies with different directors and take a different style. You know what I'm saying?
All of them, honestly. Even Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want her to go on and do other stuff because she's an amazing fucking actress. And she played a great Jean Grey.
Yeah.
And I think all these actors and actresses played great as their X-Men characters. Like, no one really lacked. Everyone was pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
And it's just sad that everything's just kind of going to shit. We're going to get new X-Men. But this is it. I think this movie is going to be... I think it's going to be terrible. And it's sad because I, too, love Dark Phoenix and the concept. And I'm sure there's going to be scenes in this movie that are going to be fucking fire. Fucking with Magneto's helmet. You know what I mean? And with the guns and shit. Like, there's crazy scenes. And there's other scenes in the trailer, but I won't get into because you didn't see the trailer. But another thing that points to them not giving a fuck about this movie, guys, if you've seen this fucking trailer, that character's death. They don't give a fuck. They put it in a trailer? Are you fucking kidding me? I can't even get... I should just do a Jamie review video on that fucking trailer. But I can't believe how much they gave... I already know how that movie goes by the fucking trailer. I know how the movie starts. I know the middle. I know how they're going to... I know that movie already. I already know that movie. That trailer, I can't believe they did that. And that just showed me Fox does not give a fuck about this movie because, this is it for them. But I think you should give a fuck about this movie. Make as much money as you can off this have a last hoorah. Go out with a fucking bang, not like, oh, this is it.
Well,
fuck it.
I think they did give a fuck about it, but
At one point.
they can't get their shit together.
And they can't get it together clearly.
And
Your X-Men movies are starting to lack here and there, so you get Simon Kinberg to come on and direct. I literally was like, Simon Kinberg. I'm like, I know I've heard that name in X-Men movies before. And I looked up, he produced this. I literally Googled Simon Kinberg directed movies. 2 things popped up. That's it.
Right.
That's it. Are you fucking serious? Like, that doesn't seem like a very good choice.
Yeah, I
You know
know
what I mean? Let's get this guy who didn't direct shit to come in and try to fix this just because he's been a producer. Like,
Right. And apparently he didn't do a good job at all.
no.
That kind of changes my mind then. I mean, if I didn't know all this information about it, kind of makes me want to pull the plug on it. Like, now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't see this movie if it's that shitty. You know what I'm saying?
And we both love the Dark Phoenix character.
Yeah,
that whole concept is incredible, and there's gonna be scenes in this movie that are gonna be like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
But like, there's scenes in X-Men Last Stand that are fucking cool, but that movie's
Right.
not. You know what I mean? It's not a good fucking movie.
I didn't even think any of the old X-Men movies
I like
are that
X-Men
good.
2 a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
X-Men
that was
United,
probably
that was
the best one.
And then Days of Future Past. And
No. I mean,
out of the original,
the
definitely
original
2.
three.
Definitely X-Men 2. That
has to be the best one.
Yeah,
like the
there's
first
not really
one was
anything
like,
really wrong with X-Men 2. It's a pretty solid movie, I feel like.
Yeah, Nightcrawler and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
The first one was just no. And then
No.
the Last Stand was like, Jesus Christ. But
Which I don't blame them too much. First one was 2001. Superhero
Yeah.
movies weren't exactly, you know what I mean? They got better as they went on. Now the superhero movies we get are like quality
Top-notch.
movies compared to the early 2000s. We were getting these kind of silly ones. If you think about it, X-Men is almost the first real serious attempt to make a good superhero movie. That and the first Spider-Man movie came out around early 2000s. That's probably what changed it.
yeah, I mean, yeah, so I don't know. I guess with that being said, that information coming out, I might have to, pull the plug on it. I probably
Plugged
won't
it in,
see
but
this.
you can always pull the plug back.
Yeah, I was playing the game, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
It's not that great.
It's not that good. I'm plugging this shit. I don't know, man. I
It's
mean,
upsetting to hear that. It really is.
yeah,
I want these movies to be great.
I wouldn't see that in theaters if that's the case.
No.
Especially if people are actually seeing it and it comes out and people are actually reviewing it and saying that it sucks.
Yeah, the behind the scenes shit with this movie have not been good. And then Jennifer Lawrence has made it known that she doesn't want anything to do with the Mystique character anymore. She's gone on record like making it completely known that she just doesn't want
Why does she
anything.
want to do it?
I don't know. I think it has something to do with her contract. She didn't want to be in the contract anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's a money issue.
It's probably
because it doesn't have anything to do with the actual Mystique character. It has something to do with the behind the scenes thing. She just wanted out.
It might have to do with the fucking makeup and all the bullshit.
Yeah, maybe just because not
She's
so
gonna
great
be butt
movies.
ass naked, basically, and
Yeah.
covered in blue shit. Which how many hours you think that takes to put
They
on?
actually switched it up. I remember seeing an interview with her. She was saying in first class they completely painted her, but then as the movies went on, they have more of a bodysuit on her because it took too many fucking hours to paint her whole goddamn body.
Right.
And Jennifer Lawrence is a really great actress too. She should move on and just do other things, which
Yeah.
she has.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I don't think her career suffered from the X-Men
No, I don't think she
franchise.
suffered either.
Where I feel like Fassbender's has. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think hers suffered.
That's
That's that movie, but that movie's gonna suck. Yeah, I mean,
guess so.
you know, who knows? It'll come out and everyone say, "Oh, this movie's fucking great." Then we gotta go check it out. But
yeah, they
that,
said
the
that about
chances of that are
what movie they
slim.
say that about? Oh, that was shitty. I don't know. Well, people liked Venom. I'll tell you that much.
yeah. I don't think anyone thought that was a great movie though. People liked it
That's
because
true.
of Venom, and that's the
That's
reason
true.
I told you it was fucking. Oh wait,
Yeah,
no, you
that's true.
came. We
Yeah,
we saw
well.
it together.
Yeah,
Yeah, everyone I told about Venom, I was like, yeah, it's fucking Venom's dope, but
it's entertaining, but that's it.
kind of like what Dark Phoenix will probably be. There'll be entertaining parts, but as a movie, it's gonna be
ass.
asinine.
Ass.
All right, that's all the topics we got today on episode 15.
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Power Button. Be sure to check out the J Meania review. Be sure to check out Darren Unfiltered whenever we drop the shit.
Yeah, whenever we drop that shit.
But yeah, till next time, guys.
All right, peace out, motherfuckers.